Hi guys, Sean here from DigiDirect. Today we're taking a look at the brand new DJI Mic, which is an audio product from DJI. This is a wireless microphone system with two transmitters, so you can mic up two people at once, and one receiver, which all comes bundled in this nice little charging case. I'm actually using the system to capture my audio throughout this whole video. I've got one of the transmitters right here, so you can use that to judge the audio quality for yourself. Let's start by taking a look at the physical components. The DJI Mic system comes in this really nice case, which is great for portability and compactness, but it also is a charging case. So we can put all the components in here and then you just charge the case and everything inside will be charged, very similar to like a wireless earbuds type situation, which is very common. It's a very basic, sleek looking case with a nice texture on the front. We've got the charging port on the back, USB-C. It comes with a cable as well to charge with. And on the front, we have 4 LEDs which are going to tell us the charge level. And we can see everything inside, the two transmitters, the receiver, and a couple adapters. When everything is in here, the receiver screen is going to show you the charge levels of each individual component as well. And as you can see, everything fits in here very securely and it's not going to fall out. So each transmitter has a clip to attach it to your clothing. There's a power button, a link button, and a record button. And interestingly, each transmitter actually has up to 15 hours of audio recording data. You can save the audio right into the transmitter itself and later just offload it via the USB-C port. At the top, there's a built-in mic, which is what I'm using to record here. But if you wanted to use a lav mic instead, there's a 3.5mm TRS jack. The system comes with two windscreens, one for each transmitter. These attach to the built-in mics via a little bracket, so they're kind of screwed on there, so they're not going to fall off. This is obviously handy in an environment where you have high wind. It's going to reduce any wind noise on the mics. One other really neat feature is the addition of these little magnetic clips. This is very much akin to the DJI Action 2. You can put one of these clips underneath your clothing and it's going to attach through your clothes magnetically to the transmitter. This means that you can attach the transmitters really anywhere on your clothes. It doesn't have to be somewhere where you can actually have an edge of clothing so you can clip it onto. You could attach it right into the middle of your shirt. And that's actually a pretty sturdy connection and pretty easy to set up. So that's very handy. Finally, the transmitters each have 5.5 hours of battery life. Moving on to the receiver, this has a mounting adapter point on the bottom. You can use the included cold shoe adapter to mount this on top of a camera, and you've got an included TRS cable as well to connect the receiver to your camera. But you can also alternatively use the Lightning or USB-C adapters so that you can plug the receiver into an Apple or Android device. There are two 3.5mm TRS jacks on the side, one for the general output, that's what you would connect to your camera when recording, and one for headphone output. On the other side is a power button and a USB-C port. The front has a very small but quite functional touchscreen. By default, it's going to show you the recording mode, the audio level, signal strength, and battery levels of each individual transmitter. But you can also access the menus via a swiping system here to change any settings that you might want, and it's actually quite intuitive. The receiver has a battery life of 5 hours. So a few quick words about recording with the DJI Mic. The transmitters have a wireless range of 250 meters, so quite a range of flexibility there to move around and get away from the receiver. You can adjust the audio on the receiver to be -12 or +12 dB, so you can ensure the correct audio levels. Also, there are 3 recording modes: mono, stereo, and mono safety. Mono mode will sum the two transmitters into a single mono track. Stereo will give you a stereo track where one of the transmitters is on the left channel and one is on the right channel. In post-production, you can pull these apart, which means you could adjust the levels of each transmitter separately. And finally, mono safety is just like mono mode, except it records a second track that is going to be -6 dBs, so 6 dBs lower in volume than the main track, which is going to save you in case the main track accidentally peaks. It overdrives, ruins the audio. You've got this safety track that's going to be quieter, that's going to save your audio, which is really handy. I think the audio quality from the DJI Mic system is very good. You've been hearing that throughout the whole video, so I won't belabor the point, but I think it's clear, it's crisp. I'm just using the built-in mic as well. I could also use a lav mic if I wanted to adjust the audio a little bit here and there. And of course, I'm using only one transmitter right now, but there are two, so I could mic somebody else up, we could have a conversation, and that would be fine. So audio quality-wise, I think it's very good, but you can make that decision for yourself. Finally, I mentioned that the receiver has a battery life of 5 hours, the transmitters 5.5 hours. The charging case can actually store charge as well, so it has enough charge to recharge all the components 1.8 times. With that, you could have about 14 hours of total battery life before you would have to get to a power point and charge the case. Now, that wouldn't be 14 consecutive hours though, because you'd use it for about 5 hours, then you have to put them back in here, and it takes about 70 minutes to charge them back up to full. Use them for another 5 hours, charge for an hour, and so on. So it's not quite the same as if you just had replaceable batteries, like AA batteries that you could swap in and out and take 30 seconds and go back to shooting. So do keep that in mind for longer shoots. Overall, I think the DJI Mic is a fantastic system. The charging case is compact, portable, and a very, very good power management system. The components are well built with a lot of functionality. You've got good range, good battery life, and of course, most importantly, good audio quality. This is a top-tier wireless audio system, absolutely. If you're in the market for something like this, I think you absolutely have to check out the DJI Mic. Now, it will be released in early May of 2022. You can order it on our website at www.digidirect.com.au or in one of our stores. We have stores in the Sydney CBD, Bondi Junction, Miranda, the Brisbane and Melbourne CBD, and Cannington, Western Australia, which is just outside the Perth CBD. Thanks, guys. Take care.